My name is Kirk Wilson. I'm the fire chief for the Rockton Fire Protection District. I have with me several representatives from area agencies of law enforcement from the village of Rockton, the Rockton mayor, Dr. Martell from the Winnebago County Health Department, and also staff from the EPA. And our fire marshal, Matt Perez, is also here as well, our state fire marshal. I want to give you a brief synopsis of where we're at in regards to the chem tool incident at 1165 Prairie Hill Road. We have made a lot of good progress throughout the day today. As you can see, that the smoke plume has dissipated pretty substantially. Currently right now, the U.S. Fire Pump Industrial Firefighting Group is on scene. They are putting copious amounts of water on the fire and also on the hot spots. At this point in time, we have detected no visible runoff into the waterway, which is just west of Chemtool, into our main waterway called the Rock River. So that's good news. Everything is progressing as we anticipated and planned throughout the day. Again, I want to thank the individuals from the state of Illinois, also our federal and local authorities who have been helping us throughout this incident. It's been trying on all of us, all of our fire personnel. And like I said earlier this afternoon, that we've reached out to our Mavis division, and we have several area fire departments that have come from many, many miles away and also in from the Chicagoland area to not only provide us assistance, but to provide fire protection coverage to our community while we mitigate this incident. So at this point in time, I just want to, like I said, I just want to make this brief and let you know that fire suppression efforts are they're positive. Things are working into our favor. You can still see a little bit of smoke out into the distance, but it's not as heavy as it was earlier this morning. So fire efforts are continuing. So at this point in time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Martell from the Winnebago County Health Department, and she will give you an update on where we're at as far as our health concerns. Dr. Martell.
Again, it's through tremendous effort that our fire suppression work has really helped contain this fire. In terms of air quality monitoring, we continue to monitor the situation. There are only over 30 devices throughout the area that are monitoring both a myriad of chemicals that we would have concerns about. And out of extreme caution, we are going to continue to hold the zone of evacuation for one additional night at this time. And the reason for that is the inversion layer. We talked about this yesterday. As the temperature drops, as the atmospheric layer comes down, we really want to get and see, do those numbers hold well through the next overnight, right? So that we can make sure that those positive numbers that we're getting in terms of air quality can persist. And again, out of extreme caution, we recognize that it is a very difficult time for the families who have been displaced and are having to shelter. We understand that it is disruptive to many of our businesses for an additional day to kind of overnight to go through this. But we are doing this out of extreme caution. We have come this far in suppressing a very difficult fire with a myriad of chemicals, and we want to ensure and assure our population that they are safe to return to their homes. So we will continue that monitoring throughout the evening as we have last night into this morning and throughout the day. And of course, you can see the visual is that this plume of smoke is very much dissipated. But again, we want to make sure that what we can't see, that our air is of high quality. And again, I thank all of the efforts that we have had to protect our water environment as well. I think you've heard a lot about our region and the importance of both our air and water quality and the equal balancing that we have as we balance life safety in addition. So one more night in the evacuation to make sure that those numbers stay for us and hold with the change in atmospheric conditions. I also want to, at this time, out of Lucas Hall with their ChemTool has made arrangements for Clean Harbor to be a partner in cleanup of residential properties. We will be posting that information on our website. We are responding to a myriad of calls as well as emails and information coming in from the public about what should I do with my pool, what should I do with my garden, what should I do with the cleanup in my backyard, and we are putting those all together and providing the best guidance we can, as well as we will provide additional information about how we can engage with Clean Harbors to remove that waste from that area. And remember, again, our goal is to return and mitigate our entire community in this area so that they can return safely to their home as quickly as possible. So with that, if you have additional questions, I'm happy to answer them regarding public health. And then I will turn that over to the next individual who's going to speak.
Dr. Martel, can you talk about what the air quality monitors, you said there were 20 or so of them. What did they show you?
We're looking at various levels like volatile organic compounds, VOCs. We're looking for sulfur dioxide. We're looking for different chemical, carbon monoxide in the air, the things that are released in this kind of a fire. And so what we look for, when we look at national standards, are they above or below those standards? And so right now, it is all indicating that they are below standards from what we are looking at. But last night we explained, that high ceiling level, and as the night and the dew point comes down, that gas level, we want to make sure that at the level that most people are living at, that those numbers continue to hold and stay within those normal limit parameters. So again, very cautious about this because these are things you can't necessarily see. You may smell a little bit. The particulate matter, you can often see the bigger chunks, but let's be honest about the quality of the air that we breathe and the quality of the water that we drink. We want to make sure that we are returning people to their homes safely.
We'll open it up for questions at the end. We just wanted to give our other partners at ICA a chance to give an update on operations before questions.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Bobby Elsie with Illinois EPA Office of Emergency Response. Currently, EPA's primary focus is on life safety and protection of the environment. With that, I will give a briefing on our operations of today. Illinois EPA has oversaw the digging of 2 trenches to the western and southern side of the incident site to collect any fire suppression runoff that may leave the site. We have emergency response contractors vacuuming up anything that should reach the trench and then profile it to send it to a correct place to get disposed of. Illinois EPA is also doing multiple samples on Rock River, 1 upstream, 3 downstream, to check a wide variety of any potential contaminants or any impacts whatsoever. Currently, as of 1300, we have not seen any whatsoever. We have those samples being tested right now in Springfield, and we'll get results in the morning. Thank you.
Can you spell your first and last name, sir?
Bobby Elzie, B-O-B-B-Y, last name Elzie, E-L-Z-I-E.
Your official title with the...
I am manager of the Office of Emergency Response.
Hi, I'm Craig Thomas. I'm a federal on-scene coordinator with the United States Environmental Protection Agency. Our focus also, like Illinois EPA's, is public safety and the environment. Currently, we are conducting 24-hour air monitoring operations. As Dr. Martel has indicated, we've been looking for VOCs, particulates, and some other parameters. Have not seen any detects for anything except for we recently discovered a low level of hydrogen cyanide that is exceeding a screening value right at the fence line of the property. So we're going to do a little bit further monitoring of that this evening. My suspicion is that that's related to the air inversion from last night. We'll further evaluate that this evening and advise the public health agencies accordingly.